Yeah, baseline snapping, my soul's in a trance, feet tapping, caught up in the dance, spinning around. This rhythm's a thief, stealing my calm, leaving no relief. Bass drops heavy, heart skips a beat, a symphony of steps. My mind retreats, neon lights on, colors collide, lost in the groove, nowhere to hide. Echoes of a hook, it's haunting me, loops in my brain, no chance to break free. It's a spell, a loop, a melody chain, pulling me back, rewiring my brain.
Bring on that song, can't get enough. This groove is strong, the rhythm's tough.
Over and over, it's taking control. That groove has broken me, body and soul. Shadows on the wall dance just like me. Mirrors in the room reflect ecstasy. My sneakers squeak, the floorboards creak. Bassline speaks in a language unique. Sweat drips like ink, writing my fate. A story of rhythm, too late to escape. It's a pull, a push, a hypnotic fight. Trapped in the sound, no end in sight. Bring on that song, can't get enough. This groove is strong, the rhythm's tough. Over and over, it's taking control. That groove has broken me, body and soul. Trapped in the sound. Over and over, it's taking control. That groove has broken me. Bring that beat. Bring that beat. Yeah. It's a spell, a loop, a melody chain, pulling me back, rewiring my brain. Bring on that song, can't get enough. This groove is strong, the rhythm's tough. Over and over, it's taking control. That groove has broken me, body and soul. Bring on that song, can't get enough. This groove is strong, the rhythm's tough. Over and over, it's taking control. That groove has broken me, body and soul. Bass drops heavy, heart skips a beat, a symphony of steps. My mind retreats, neon lights on, colors collide, lost in the groove, nowhere to hide. Echoes of a hook is haunting me, loops in my brain, no chance to break free. Bring on that song, can't get enough. This groove is strong, the rhythm's tough. Over and over, it's taking control. That groove has broken me, body and soul. Bring on that song, can't get enough. This groove is strong, the rhythm's tough. Over and over, it's taking control. That groove has broken me, body and soul.
What's up, everybody? We are fucking back. I know it was a long week. How you doing? All right. Well, open chat. Bring a topic if you like. And the link is pinned. Say hello. Tell me, what are you going to do for July 4th? It's coming up quick. Next Saturday. Coming up this weekend. July 4th. What are you doing? And Sunday, it's my birthday. Just saying. So yeah, I'm just gonna look at the fireworks and like, hey, they're for me. All right. So meanwhile, hey, enjoy this one. Hope you like it. A short one. I threw it together. America first, bitch.
We are the people of the United States. Freedom is our fate. Love over hate. A constitution you cannot ignore. A Bill of Rights we adore. America first. Follow its laws. Not the next election or another war. America first. We want it now. Peace and prosperity. Find a way. How? We are the people of the United States. Freedom is our fate. We prefer love over hate. But try to shut my mouth or take family and home away. You would be wishing for another day. America first. Follow its laws. Not the next election or another war. America first. We want it now. Peace and prosperity. Find a way. How?
America first, bitch. Woohoo! So I know it takes a while for people to get the notification. So until then, let's see what's going on in Suno World. I have not been there in quite a few days. Let's see. Why is there we go. Let's see. Oh, let's see notifications. Oh, someone dropped a new one. Trixie Create Tricks, someone I'm following, dropped a new one. Let's see what this one sounds like. This is called. What's this one called? Let's see. Where'd you go? Oh, Moonlit Step. Moonlit Step. And it happens to be a full moon, you know. It's a full moon tonight. I think they're calling it the Strawberry Moon. Is it the Strawberry Moon? I don't know.
Pull me close. Let the floor move slow. Your hands on my waist, like you already know. The room turns soft when you look my way. We can stay out here till the blue turns gray. One more
Sorry, Trixie. Not liking it. Not liking it, Trixie. Sorry. Let's try a different one. I got a notification for another new one from Pig Pie. Time keeps floating out. Let's see how that sounds. Dreamy, psychedelic, alternative rock.
Morning drips across the floorboard slow. Coffee gathers little rings below.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Time dissolves before its name. Nothing burns, but everything's the same. Wallpaper, drinking faded summer light. Dust performs a ballet every night. Empty pages breathing in the air. Waiting like somebody still might care. Hours bloom like weeds between the cracks. Never asking anything back. Time keeps floating out with the ceiling fan. Soft as smoke escaping open hands. Every minute folds into the haze. Another quiet monument to days. Nothing stolen, nothing really lost.
You like it? Yes or no?
Only silence counting up the cost.
Yeah, that's not doing it for me either. Let's try a new one here. There's a new one by Thelonious Punked. Now, I like Thelonious Punked stuff, I gotta say, in the past. So let's see what he's got. This one's called, I guess it's a little take on Panic at the Disco. Well, this is Panic Attack at the Disco.
Heart on vibrate, eyes on refresh, smile for the camera, pass the test. Good morning, citizen. Good morning, disease. Everybody panic, quietly, please. My pulse got promoted, my veins got the raise, my bloodstream's running on microwave waves, my teeth click click to the metronome cops, my brain keeps opening pop-up shops. Buy this here, try this skin, upgrade yourself, begin, begin, begin. I got 10,000 tabs all loading at once, the little spinning wheel says you're fucked, you're fucked. Left foot panic, right foot dread, throw both hands above your head. Everybody synchronize, everybody weaponize. Panic attack at the disco, panic attack at the show. Everybody move your body like nowhere else exists to go. Panic attack at the disco, hands up, system overload. Shake your bones until tomorrow, shake your soul out through your clothes. Emergency confetti raining from the sky. Someone sold me paradise with tiny printed lines. The DJ says we're doing fine. The walls say otherwise. My reflection keeps buffering. My reflection wants out. My reflection started screaming without opening its mouth.
Calm down.
Calm,
Calm down.
calm,
Calm down.
calm. sound of failing machinery. Then I get tapped out the disco. Smile like you're feeling okay. The world keeps ending every minute. Then dance anyway. Good morning, citizen.
Dance
The
anyway.
update has completed.
Footy time. Excuse me. Excuse me, you rather. Man, it sounds like a malfunction. Excuse me, footy time. Excuse me. Sure, go watch World Cup soccer. Soccer time. Oh, excuse me. Brazil over Japan. I will take Japan in that bet. Japan. Sorry, and we will not be watching any World Cup here. That cost me. Cost me a week not being able to do any shows. At least here. Oh, Brazil's about to win. I haven't watched it. What's the score? Two to one. Only a few minutes left. Doesn't hey? Still got a few minutes. You only need seconds, baby. Seconds. Is there another game, or is this it for the day? Was it one game a day? How many games a day? It's got to be across the states, right? At the same time. What are they doing? I'm getting a kick out of watching those videos where the Europeans are visiting America for the World Cup and how they're falling in love with America. They're like, oh man, the shit talk they say in Europe, nothing like it. They're loving it. Some of them question the food, of course. Yeah, those are interesting videos. Let me see if I can find any. Let's see if we find any good ones. Let's see. Europeans react. World Cup. I'll put that in. Let's see what it does. Europeans. Oh, and they're flipping out over the fucking Costco's. One guy, he's like, this fucking Costco's bigger than my village. Another guy, I think he's from South Africa, but he's white. A white guy, South Africa. Well, I mean, there are a lot of white people in South Africa. He goes, I could walk around here perfectly safe. Look, the women, they're free. Nobody bothered them. He's out at nighttime, walking around at night. He's like, I can't believe I can walk around and feel totally safe. Oh, I fucking love it. It was so funny. Let's see if we can get some videos. World Cup reactions. Let me get a really here it. Europeans tremble. Here, Aussie, 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 Aussie. Europeans, here we go.
Why do I need to know the waitress name? Are we going to dinner with her tonight or something?
This is what you guys eat instead of beans on toast for breakfast?
Yep.
Beans on toast.
Everyone talks shit about the World Cup in America and Canada. This is something we don't really have in Europe. These
What?
massive
Come on, you don't have bars like that in Europe? What the fuck? In Dallas, they were using buses to take people to Bucky's near my sister's house and Walmart. Yeah. Man, you could have got some good content, I bet.
sports bars. There were already 8.
That's an insane bar right there. That's insane. That is insane. I don't go to visit sports bars myself. Not into sports much anymore. But because I just see it as one major distraction and a bunch of people getting overpaid to kick or throw some animal skin around. And then you have the fans who pay 2, 3, 4 times the amount it costs for a shirt simply because of a patch or the name of another man they want to wear on their back. So yeah, it's all circus, baby. Bread and circuses.
There, TVs. These sports bars are absolutely fantastic. There's even like a second floor.
But it's your
Look,
business.
This is what
There
you
you
see
go.
here. You drink your beer. You have, oh wow, even here there are TVs.
They're like TVs everywhere. Big Bear came in. I found my friend. Look, you sit here. As I said, you have your beer. Cheers, man. Watching the World Cup. Happy to be back, Kansas.
Get ready, because today we're looking at European football fans getting their minds completely blown by the USA.
Man, what store is that?
For years, the media tried to push this narrative that a World Cup in America would be a total disaster, claiming people there don't care about football and that Americans are cold or unfriendly. But the second these every single bad stereotype was instantly shattered. We're kicking things off with a European vlogger who just experienced the tournament for a peep into American culture. And whoever doubted
because this World Cup has been better than anyone could have imagined. Before coming out, everyone was complaining that the pitches might not be right, that the place might not be safe. But the pitches have been fine, and it feels like one of the safest games I've ever been to. Everyone here is really happy. I've just watched Ghana do 0-0 with England in the World Cup, and everything has gone so smoothly both times I've gone into the ground as well. There's been no issues with tickets, no one jumping in, getting in when they don't have a ticket. It's been absolutely incredible.
Next up,
I heard some find it difficult dealing with the heat. A lot of fucking heat. Some of them worried about the players being able to perform. Bond says, I saw the perfect female. Come on. That is such an oxymoron. She was from Argentina. I had to pick my jaw up from the ground, was too shy to say hello. I hear you. I've been there. But as I've been reminded, every shot not taken is a shot lost. Right? What's the worst? It's no. So it's a no. At least it's a no. Oh man. Just think, Bond. You might have been banging her by now. They love the ranch dressing, the barbecue. Though I seen some, aren't some saying like they're looking at like, do people eat this? You don't know. You don't know, Bond. You never know. That your Texas accent would have maybe drove her crazy. Would have got her wet.
up, an Australian tourist walks into a massive American outdoor and hunting store, and she was completely unprepared for what was waiting inside. From the giant wilderness decor to an endless sea of gear, the sheer scale of American shopping completely breaks her brain. Just look at her reaction to this peak American experience.
What the hell is this? This is crazy.
This first time?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. This is insane. Hi. Okay. Good. Can I walk? Yep. Okay. Thank you. What
Oh, you gotta pay first. You gotta pay.
hell is this place? What is this? Why is there stuff, animals? Just look at this place. Look at that. Look at all these hats.
Someone else done this.
There's so many.
Someone else
Yeah.
put boy there.
There's so many colors. God, I'm overstimulated. There's a cactus. Oh, it's not real.
She's overstimulated.
There's a cactus here. There's more hats. What's with the hat? I know that this is a place where you can buy hunting stuff. So for me, this is like a mix between like BCF at home and like Bunnings.
What's BCF? Is that like their Costco or something? Oh.
Maybe? Are these real? Please tell me these aren't real. Really cute shirt.
They're real.
Arizona. I want it. $20. I'm getting it. This is so
$20, not bad. There you go.
crazy. There is so much merch. Look, more hats, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 things of hats just here.
Yeah,
What doesn't kill you will make you stronger, except bears.
I guess they don't wear many hats over there in Europe.
Bears will kill you. We don't have bears in Australia. Tell me about bears.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I know this is a hunting store, and fishing, but look how many rows and rows of fishing poles there are. I mean, we probably have bears in Australia. I don't go fishing, so I don't know. If we do, if you're Australian, tell me. But like, look how many choices. How you meant to know which one you want?
Next up, European fans go on a massive food tour to taste some legendary American eat. Literally shattered a discomfort.
It's time for us Scotland fans to see a bit of Boston instead of just going to the bars. So we went to Billy's and they do amazing sandwiches here. We ordered the Italian sub and oh my goodness, look at all the things inside here. It was $11 and my brother Hugh said it was one of the best sandwiches he's had in his entire life. We didn't
$11. Actually, I guess is $11. I mean, now, man, inflation. Yeah. And I think, back in the day, that sub would have been $2, $3. Uh-huh.
just went to Blackbird Donuts, which are meant to do amazing donuts, and this one was the Boston cream pie that we chose, and this one was
Out of the house yesterday, actually. I was like, let me get out Sunday, drive around, beautiful day, be around some people, that kind of deal. I heard there was some live entertainment happening at an establishment about 20 minutes away. Went in, had a breakfast, a veggie omelet. It was very good. It was good. Bread, fries. I didn't like the fries too much. They were cut too thin. They were too hard. But that was $14. Coffee, they charged me $3. So yeah. After tip, it was like 20 something dollars, $21, $22. But let's get out. And then I went to they had the guitarist outside, and yeah, it was all right, And then I just left. But it was a day out. It was a day out. And so I guess I didn't feel too bad. $14. I mean, yeah, you think about it, it is pricey. It's like these prices have just snuck up on us, and we just get used to paying higher, right? Like now, gas is finally under $4, right? And the psychological part, think about it. All right, you got people, all right, they're paying under $4 now. They're going to feel a little bit better. Maybe July 4th. But still, gas was much cheaper before the war. It was in the low threes here, $3.20. And price per barrel was about the same it is now. And it's low. Right? What are we at per barrel? $70. I think it was in the 60s 3 months ago, 68, something like that.
It's so yummy, actually. I really like all these cute little buildings in Boston. They're all made from brick and they're so nice. And I saw this fire escape, which reminded me of Friends. In America, there are so many different soft drinks to choose from compared to Scotland. So I went for this one. It was a lime and ginger soda. Wasn't the biggest fan, to be honest. Praise as well. And I got a cannoli from this place. I think it's called cannoli. Quite hard to pronounce, but this was very good. My brother Hugh ordered a lobster roll and I ate the other half of it. And there were huge chunks of lobster.
Oh, lobster roll. Look at that. That looks good. Even though I just ate, and that still looks good. Yummy, yummy. Ginger soda sounds disgusting. What? No. Actually, Bon, I drink on the regular ginger beer because ginger is very good for your stomach. If you got nausea, upset stomach, ginger is awesome. Ginger ale. But they don't even put the real fucking ginger in ginger ale anymore. So you have to buy the ginger beer to get the real ginger. And I have this ginger beer, and it's got like a couple other things in there, like lime, lemon, a little pepper. Man, got a nice kick. You could water it down if you like. Ah, Bon, you don't know. It's so good for you. Soda. Bon only drinks warm beer.
Lobster inside it. It was very yummy. So good. Boston has so much good food and drink. Let us know if there's anything else we should try while we're here.
Now, we're moving on to a British tourist who is finally trying a legendary American fast food chain for the very first time. Armed with recommendations from the internet, he sits down with a full spread, and his reaction to the chicken and milkshakes might just be the ultimate compliment to American food culture. Let's check it out.
Where are we going? To grill out. To Hutchinson's Barbecue Grill.
Hutchinson's Barbecue Grill. Where is that? I don't know those license plate. Is that Oregon? I don't know.
What's in English? Performance. Are you even English, bro? In permanent visa. What can Matt do? No, it can't shag.
This might be the best barbecue food I've ever eaten in my whole entire existence.
The best barbecue he's ever eaten. I don't drink any beer. I just bought a 6-pack yesterday. For some reason, I was like, I don't know. Because I did have a beer when I did go out. No, not yesterday. At the party, the gig. Saturday, I did a pool party gig. I had one beer. They had one Yangling left. Yesterday, I didn't have it because I don't drink much. But for some reason, I went and bought a 6 of Heineken. They'll probably sit in my refrigerator for a month. Easily. Well, then again, 4th of July. I don't know. I may even have one today. Fuck it. Have a nice cold beer. Who wants to join me? Cold beer. Come on now.
It's incredible. Unbelievable. I'm going to run my mouth, am
I'm so hungry, boy. I can eat a grown man's ass. Let's eat, eh? Let's eat.
That guy reminded me, not this guy, the other guy, reminded me of someone I know, and I can't pinpoint it.
Alright, yo, we're giving that out of 10 then. 10.
One of the best, no, not one of, the best barbecue I've ever eaten in my whole entire life.
Would you come back to America just for that?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, generation that was. Incredible.
Trying Chick-fil-A in America for the first time as a Brit, and everyone has been telling me to come here, so let's see if it is up to the hype.
Did I get the Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A! I've heard some people got some really good responses. They're liking the Chick-fil-A. Happy 420. Happy 420, folks. Nerdy, Bon, cheers. 4 people out there. 5 people. Welcome, viewer number 5. Happy 420. We are vaping spiked Mai Tai. Chick-fil-A's all right, yeah, but they love it. I don't go out to eat much these days. But for lunch, if I had to, yeah, Chick-fil-A would be a spot. I know somebody, he's a fucking Chick-fil-A holic. Some people, they go to these places every fucking day. They're going out to eat Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, whatever. They're not going like for like good food there, but for fattening. Way better than anything in the UK.
Chicken, please.
Yeah, is there a beverage?
Pardon?
To drink, sorry.
Lemonade, please.
Lemonade, you
Can I
got it.
also get the milkshake though, please, guys, as well?
What kind of
please?
milkshake would you
First up was the lemonade, which was very nice, and now the milkshake. Oh my days, don't piss me off. I like a Five Guys milkshake, and this knocks it out of the park.
Oh no, didn't take out the pickle.
Then I got the chicken sandwich, always no gherkins, so I messed that up.
You actually mad?
But this burger was insane. It was 10 out of 10. I've not tasted chicken like it. I do think it's actually better than Raising Cane's. We just don't do chicken like this in the UK. Chef's kiss. Now, I love me.
Better than Raising Cane's. I never had Raising Cane's. Where is Raising Cane's? That's a good name for a place, Raising Cane. Speaking of restaurants, there was a big dining hall. They had the same, like, it was like a hunter's fucking bar and grill. Been there forever. That I know of, but I only visited once. But, you see the place when I was there. It was established for a long time. And unfortunately, they tore it down. Had to go, went out of business, wasn't making money. And what did they put up? They put up a fucking Wawa. Yes, yeah. Oh, is it Canes with Canes? Oh, is that a little player? Okay.
Waffle fries, obviously got those. I mean, who is getting a side salad? If you get that, you are clinically insane. Should be locked up for that behaviour. Could have done with a bit more salt. And another thing I love is mac and cheese. Whenever it is on a menu, I will always order it. And the fact you guys have fast food that gives you mac and cheese like this is actually insane to me. And to top it off, it was unreal. 10 out of 10 would recommend Bosch.
Next up, a European tourist decides to spend the night at a
I got two vocals going. Come on.
classic American roadside, from sketchy safety warnings to a bathroom straight out of a crime thriller. This place has it all. And his reaction to this cinematic vibe is priceless.
They're playing he's talking over the audio. You dumbass.
Beautiful, but we're trying for the first time a motel on the side of a road. This is like the stuff out of movies for us. So it kind of completes a little bit of my heart from childhood, which is really, really cool. So yeah, I'll show you how it is. Okay, so we just got the door key, and the first guest safety tip is this: always in capital letters, use deadbolt. Now, if that is not a warning for a motel on the side of the road, I don't know what is. Fantastic. And also it says secure valuables. Now, to me, this is prime motel. This is like the movies. I can't begin to explain. The most notable thing about this room is the smell. It smells like weed, like dated, out-of-date alcohol.
Smells like weed and out-of-date alcohol. What the fuck is out-of-date alcohol?
That similar smell, and the bathroom is everything I expected. It looks like you're in one of those movies or TV shows where the serial killer's on the run and like you find a dead body in the bathroom. So absolutely love it. This is everything that we wanted to experience, as weird as that might sound.
Yeah, that does sound. I want to experience the serial killer at the motel experience.
Actually ended up being a very comfortable sleep. The bed was...
You know what this tells me? This tells me not to fucking visit Europe. Right. This is Don't visit the UK. Don't visit Europe. That's what this is telling me.
Good. The bed sheets were clean. had a nice shower, and you know what? It was fine, and it did the job, and that's all we needed. So on to Louisiana.
And that wraps up today's video. From Mind.
And that wraps up today's video. You want to do another European reactions? Oh. How about this? I'll play another number. And then hopefully we could get a couple peeps in here and get a conversation going, a debate, a discussion. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about Jesus? You want to talk about the Bible? I want to put a different. I don't like this setting. I need the mirror setting. Where is the camera? Yeah, mirror setting. There we go. That's much better. I'd rather stay in my car at a truck stop, says Bond. 10 out of 10 would visit Irenic's truck stop again. You made a rhyme. You know, I didn't make a song about Ironic. No, I didn't. I got one about Wild Heart. Got one about Geo. Since it was just 420, let's play. Come on, where are you? Here we go. A typical day at the 420 Cafe. All right, maybe we can get some of these folks in here. Huh? What do you think?
I'm gonna tell you how to do it again. It's all wild, wild.
What's this sound slow? Slow.
A typical day at 420 Cafe. Pop in and visit, spark up and blaze. Dancing DJ with sensitive ears. Brooklyn gangster with economic fears. BroJo's party and he buys the beer. Heretic in the streets with the mic in your face. Samo says he's always wrong, but certain that's the case. Manchester hammer drunk all the time. Wild Heart couldn't get laid in jail, so he wanked himself blind. It's where we go online. Friends of yours and mine. In the cafe smoking with BroJo, toking and feeling fine. The lunatics, they gather here. Getting high, getting high, getting high. Getting high, getting high, getting high. Y'all getting high, getting high, getting high. Yeah, E.T. the plumber Jack. Laying pipe in your sister's crack.
Where you been,
Dirty
DJ?
Road,
Come.
his aroma is strong. His wisdom is potent, just like his dog. I re-nick the truck stop, madman, always eating. It's either a dead horse or a dick he's beating like Betty Crocker baking bread. While he's at the truck stop giving head, and from the cab of the truck, all we hear is go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. It's where we go online. Friends of yours and mine. In the cafe smoking with BroJo, toking and feeling fine. The lunatics, they gather here. Getting high, getting high, getting high. Y'all more getting high, getting high, getting high. Y'all getting high, getting high, getting high. Yeah, Geo Sam, the tank commander, will sucker punch your face if you're a bystander. Rides his bike with his scrotum out. Got the place smelling like sauerkraut. Testing Jesus in your face. Asking questions, making waves. At the cafe getting blazed. His insults feel like getting tased. Sammy, try your root. What do you and the Hubbles do? Mischief makers through and through. You and the raccoon escape the zoo. Green suit, a Muslim mystic, twirling dervish, pessimistic, Frankie Dick Finger, commander of the feds, playing people like it's chess. Hillary's emails cannot be tamed. Fact of the matter is blue dress is stained. Joined by Cerberus at the Freemasons Lodge. These guys have questions that you can't dodge. Both these legends rode the goat and will not tell what the Masons wrote. It's where we go online. Friends of yours and mine. In the cafe smoking with BroJo, toking and feeling fine. The lunatics, they gather here. Getting high, getting high, getting high. Yeah. Getting high, getting high, getting high. Yeah. Getting high, getting high, getting high, getting high. I'ma tell you how to do it.
You know who I was thinking of? And came up in combo. Came across my mind. PineCreek. Where the fuck has PineCreek been? I missed the call-ins. So I'm thinking, everybody loves fucking with Christians. I get it. And I'm thinking, PineCreek. PineCreek and the Presups were always interesting. So let's go. Before I hit the Precept apologetic argument, led me to God. Let's do a couple of shorts first. Get warmed up here. Eating a Precept for a snack. Look at that.
You lack grounding for.
Okay, but what does the grounding have to do with how I see evidence?
Because you have no way to ground those claims from one time index to the next. You could say this is.
I'm asking what does grounding matter?
It matters because you'll say, "Oh, the gospel message is incoherent," and then from the next moment, it'll make complete sense because there's nothing sustaining your claim. The truth.
Do you think I have the ability? Do you think I have the ability to find contradictions in the Book of Mormon or the Quran without grounding?
Yes. Well, no, not without grounding. No.
Without the ability to articulate my grounding.
No,
I can't find.
No, you cannot.
So if I open up the Book of Mormon and it says David should pick up a stick, verse 2, David should not pick up a stick. Because I don't have the grounding, I can't say that's a contradiction.
No, because you have no metric by which you can judge what a contradiction is. But for
doesn't that sound so fucking ridiculous? Oh God. And Doug, he always has the patience of a saint.
For the Christian worldview.
Oh, it's 3:33 here in the East Coast. Another reason to take a toke, and we got 3 people watching. Praise night.
Oh, so I can't even see that there's a contradiction.
No, I mean you can see it, but you know how.
Right? You can see it, but wait, I can see it. Make up your mind. Can I see it or can't I?
Okay.
Wait, can I see it or can't I see it?
Well, you can't account for it. You can see it,
right.
You can't account for it.
Okay. I can't account for it, but I can still see it.
That's debatable. Like Matt Slick would say that you can't even see it. So that's why I'm kind of flip-flopping here.
So he's a Matt Slick guy. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about any kind of logic, common sense, or reasoning. It's the word of Matt Slick. It's the gospel of Matt Slick.
But,
yeah, you are flip-flopping.
I
think you need to go back to Matt Slick.
I have to
flip-flopping like a politician. Flip-flopping like Trump. Matt Slickin. Slick. You slimy.
His course.
I have to stay in solidarity with my Christian brothers. But
do you see the problem?
No.
No, I don't see the problem. I refuse to see the problem.
Because ultimately, Doug, I have suspended my autonomous reasoning.
Yes, you have suspended any thinking.
In favor of accepting the headship and sovereignty of
God. Accepting the headship and sovereignty of not God, Matt Slick.
God, Well, I'm still waiting for you to provide a worldview, like a competing worldview that accounts for intelligibility and grounds truth claims.
Through my ultimate presuppositions.
Yes.
That's your answer. That's my answer.
There you go.
Your ultimate presup. Is that a concrete one or a concrete many?
It is both.
That's a contradiction.
Wait. Oh, this is where I'd say, well, how you know it's contradiction? You can't, in my worldview, you can't account for contradictions. So there.
I can't understand contradictions.
Nice.
Or in similar vein. See, I miss this. I miss PineCreek and the drops he used to put at the end. Yeah. All right, let's see. Yeah, let me look at another one. I'll stay here for another 8 minutes. Give you guys an hour. Get something going. An hour should be enough time. Let's see here. Whack-a-mole. Here you go. It's always a game of whack-a-mole. Oh, man. This is so true with Christians. Moving the goalpost, you know, red herrings. Ah. But it's fun to watch, I guess. It's like being at the carnival.
Well, I sure hope he's here because I love presups. Like I feel so.
Oh, yeah, I think you guys will get along real well.
I feel so because most of them are Calvinists, and so I feel so secure when I'm around them.
All right.
Yes, they're pretty much the same breed. Pretty much the same breed.
Hey, Johnny, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
What's up, Super Mario?
Hey, buddy. Thanks a lot. This is a more polite forum than last weekend's forum. By the way, Doug, I'm Aaron. Pleasure to meet you. And I've heard you engage with other Christians already, and you seem like a complete gentleman. So it's really my honor and pleasure to speak with you.
Well, thank you.
He's nicer than Tanner, and I thought Tanner was a real sweet guy after talking to those guys last week.
Well, it's just started, so let's get ready to rumble.
John?
Do I?
Yeah, no, totally.
Do I win an award or something? Do I get a $10 gift card to Applebee's?
You're right there of my favorite atheist award already. No doubt about that.
$10
So
won't even
now-
buy you a soda now.
I consider myself a truth seeker.
I'm ready. I'm
I
ready to
want
get a
to
beer soon.
Understand where I'm coming from. When I hear this, I say, is this method of how they came to this conclusion? God pulled me out of this DUI situation. God, I was addicted to drugs. I had all my electric shut off. I was desperate. God came through in the end. And same with the Muslim guy. When I hear these stories, and yet this is, and I think, and I.
Hello, Sandy. Sandy, did you get notification? That's what I need to know. Or did you just like happen to go on YouTube now? Yeah, let me know, guys. Nerdy Bond, if you got notifications, and it should say how long ago if you did. We are already 55 minutes in. Just for you, Sandy. There you go, 55.
Muslim guy. When I hear these stories, and yet this is, and I think, and I appreciate you telling yours, because I think this is the true reason why you believe what you believe. I'm not denying that. But when I hear these stories, I question, how can we say that this is, how can we be confident that this is true? That the source of what's behind it all is true when the conclusions are so vastly different.
I think that's. I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that with me. And I understand.
Yeah, I just want to know if you got it. Yeah, man. Yeah, of course. Real life. I mowed my lawn today. I had to be done. Especially after you see your neighbor mow his lawn and you're like, it's like we're on the same kind of clock every couple of weeks. So I want to get done before it gets too fucking hot because we're gonna be in 90+ weather next couple of days. Yep. And strange enough, yeah, I got a couple weekday gigs right before 4th of July. It's weird. It's a Wednesday, Thursday. Is it Wednesday, Thursday? Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, which is strange. An elopement and a wedding. So I'll get the 4th of July weekend off. I was hoping to book something for 4th of July. But yeah, nobody wants to pay my price. So I'm going to take off. Either go to a friend's barbecue or go to a fire. There's a fair going on, a festival local. I might do that. Be around the locals. You never know who you might meet. Yeah, Sandy, get those fake hornet's nests. They have been working for me. I put those fake wasp things because I had issues because they were fucking nesting in my house. I put one in the right where I like sit on the patio all the time. I put one right there. I put one in the front by the door because you like to sit out there. And then I put a third one on the other side. I'm telling you, well, for me, it works. I have not seen any wasps. There's no nests around. They're not coming around. And yeah, well, okay. But I mean, to prevent them from coming around in the future. Yeah, because I had them going. They were sitting in. I had They were a nest in my attic at one time. You gotta get a spray in there. But yeah, I do still have a issue with carpenter bees. It's not as bad, but it doesn't seem to those fake nests doesn't seem to do anything for them. You have to, I guess, use something else to catch them. Hornets really suck. They'll come at you fucking like an army. Yeah, they're fucking nasty. Yep. So are they gonna you're gonna have man? So maybe any idea where the exact location could be? Because what are they gonna do? You're gonna punch a hole in the wall, I guess, and then exterminate it that way? A phone, maybe? Yeah, but I put those things up anyway. I would put them up anyway. They're cheap. They're cheap. It's only a few dollars. Put them up, and you never know. You might prevent them from coming back. All right. Stop being negative.
And to be honest with you as well, was a question that I had. I mean, my dad's an engineer. I'm kind of a mathematical guy. I like being able to say 2 + 2 is 4, and we know it. I like to be able to understand things and that kind of deductive thinking. So I started doing internal critiques, and that's one thing Greg Bronson was great at teaching me. So we started saying, okay, if Christianity is not true, then what is true? So I can't. When you mentioned before, you talked about an eternal Earth. You talked about maybe the Earth's always existed, or maybe it existed from another. So then we get to the idea: is it possible that there's a infinite amount of past experiences? Well, I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me. I think there'd be an endless amount of past experiences. So, okay, so let's just think of theistically. Let's think that something caused it. There's something eternal that caused something that's not eternal, the earth. So I started, Ravi Zacharias was actually the first one I started studying. We were doing a study.
Hey, Aaron, can I stop you right here? Because I wanna just show something that there's a saying that says that beliefs come first, reasons come later. And so what we were talking about is how
That's
we
true.
actually got into the belief in the first place, me included when I was a Christian. And then when you become a believer in a God belief, and then you start asking the question in retrospect, okay, yeah, I see this Muslim guy, he had a similar life as I did, and he came up with it. So then you start coming up with reasons why your belief is actually true. And I just want to illustrate that point, that I think that's what actually happens, is we come up with reasons to justify our belief.
I understand why you'd say that. And that's not an absurd thing to say, but I think it's also reasonable. Do you know Dr. James White?
Yeah, I do. The reason why I'm laughing is because I did a critique on him too, and yeah, don't go to my YouTube channel and watch it, because then you'll not like me.
No, I gotta tell you, you really are fun to talk to. Johnny's been meaner to me than you've been. I mean, I'm being serious. Johnny's been busting my balls here over the last.
To max out my own stupid moves, I had to order a new modem router, and I ended up with the same one I already have, which is not going to work. Come next fall, so I had to order another one today. Blah, blah, blah. I got to run out and ship that one. Come back. Oh, here, by the way, here's the link to the wasp thing I got. These hanging paper wasp nest, fake nest. Oh, they got a special going on. $10 for a pack of 4. Who's your internet provider? I now have Frontier, which was bought up by Verizon. And I was able to bargain a deal of getting internet for only $36 a month. Yep. Blue Ridge Pest. We have Blue Ridge Cable here in our area. Too expensive. Never fucking use them. I can't. It's crazy. Their prices are insane.
Last few years, you're much more polite than him. But no, what I was going to say was so for me, what James White, in Durban, do a lot of stuff with the Mormons and the Muslims. Bonson did a lot of critique on Hindus and Buddha, pantheism as a whole. And I've got notes all over this house, and I've got stuff typed up, and I've got videos saved, and I've got DVDs and CDs everywhere. I can't find a coherent view of origin, meaning, morality, destiny that explains how I got here, why I'm here, why I feel a need and a consciousness to behave a certain way, and why I feel an aspect about myself that's not just material, meaning that I'll still be alive when my body dies. So when I do critiques on, say, Muslims, for instance, we were talking about Muslims earlier, to me, that's not that hard of and Muslims and Mormons, I've got some great friends that are Mormons, and I have some friends that are Muslims too, but to me, it's not that hard to do an internal critique into these coherencies of the thoughts. When you look at Muslims who say the Old New Testament is a spoken word of God, cannot be false, but this is the new word of God. But then they say Christ didn't die on the cross.
Let me jump in here for a second and ask a very simple question. Why?
Yes, ask a question, because you can already tell from this guy he's going to be all over the place. He's got all these books, these DVDs and CDs, and he couldn't find any other reason for meaning and purpose of life outside the Bible and his presuppositional doctrine. All right. Get him, Doug.
Why do you think the
Do
Muslim?
you mind acknowledging what I just said real quick, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
understand
You
that.
said how it's a problem compared to, you said you had a list of problems for the Quran and a list of problems for the Bible. To me, that's a problem I can't get past on the Quran.
Yeah, I want to repeat back to you just very, very, very briefly. So, as evidence that I am listening to you, you were saying that you're doing an internal critique of all the different God beliefs, all the religious systems out there, and it seems to you that Christianity is the only one that's coherent, that the only one that makes sense, the only one that explains things like origins, intelligibility, morality, and so forth. And when you look at religions like Islam and Hinduism, which is even stranger, you're not seeing that coherency like you're seeing in Christianity. Am I understanding you correctly?
That's correct, sir.
Okay, so
very good. See, and this is very effective. You know, Doug is showing the guy, because the guy didn't want to feel like, all right, look, I told you all this stuff. Did you hear me out? And Doug repeated it back to him. You know, so he gained a level of respect, right? So now we move on. And I'm pretty sure the whack-a-mole will come in pretty quick.
But here's my problem. My problem is that when I talk to a Muslim and I bring up these incoherencies, they don't see it. They just can't see it. Now, why do you think that is, Aaron?
Oh, ooh, what do you think his answer is going to be? Why don't you think he sees it, Aaron? Presuppositionalist. Why? Why? Because he doesn't have the Holy Spirit? Could be an answer. He has not been given the gift of faith by God. Perhaps that'll be an answer. Another answer would be his eyes have been blinded to the truth by Satan. So there's a third answer. So there's at least three possible answers that he's going to give. Again, he doesn't share my worldview, so he can't see it. So that, again, is another gift from God. And of course, yes, but he ain't going to say that. But this is where it's going to be good, because now Aaron's going to give him an answer. And I haven't seen Watch Doug in ages, but I'm just assuming what's going to happen next. That he's going to flip it on him. He's going to flip it on him and on his beliefs.
Well, so what does the Bible say?
What's the Bible say?
Why do you think the Muslim cannot see the inconsistency within their own worldview?
Well, I'm wondering if I want to take this into a further, almost end up conclusion portion of the conversation, or if I want to kind of bake this around a little bit. Why do I believe that a Muslim, or say even a Mormon, doesn't see it the way I see it? I don't believe that it's been revealed to them appropriately. I believe they've been deceived, and that they've decided to choose it for whatever reasons, that they suppress the truth of what they want for whatever else they want. I mean, just like I suppressed the truth because I wanted sex, drugs, and alcohol. I hate to be vulgar and I hate to talk. I wanted naked girls around me. I wanted to, being drunk and having a fun time. And that was a big priority in my life. Now, say for somebody like my friend who's a Mormon, who's been raised a Mormon, if he denounced Mormonism, I don't know that his dad would even be his father anymore. I don't think his father would speak to him anymore. Muslims are famous for that. When you look in,
I got to tell you, by now I'd be so tempted to jump in But Doug is he's doing a great job here because did you see that silence in the beginning? You gotta let you ask a question, and there's that moment they're thinking. Let it simmer. You gotta let it simmer because that's where it gets really good. So it took him a while, and now he's giving an answer. But man, he's giving an answer. He's saying what he gave one of the answers I was going to say. Right? I said they're deceived. They don't know the truth. It's not in them. Right? But now he is relating it to him being in a life of drugs and alcohol. And this is where I would jump in and ask, so you're saying Islam, believing in Islam, is like having a life of drugs and alcohol?
In these cult-like religions where if they denounce it, their families essentially are outcasted from them as a person that they care about and love. You'll notice in Christianity, and some Christians, I think some people have felt like that within Christianity. But I know, for instance, if I became an atheist tomorrow, my mother and father would still love me the exact same way. They'd pray for me probably more, and they'd probably be more encouraging to me to try to encourage me to get back to my relationship with Christ. But in no way would it make them love me any less. But I think you do see, and I was talking with Johnny, I did some internal critiques or studying on Scientology recently, which is not tough to critique. But
I want to say that I agree with you. I agree that the Muslim cannot see the inconsistencies in their belief system. And I listed some of the things you said because they have a lot at stake. They got lots to lose. They're in a culture that believes this religion. They would become an outcast.
You know what Doug is doing here. You know what Doug is doing because this is the same with Christianity. What he is saying about Mormons and Muslims and Scientologists, it's the same thing to his culture, and and he's gonna go through the list, and hopefully, maybe it'll click in his head. But the question's gonna come. He's gonna ask. It's gonna come up. How do you know you're not like one of them?
Their family might disown them. You mentioned that they might be deceived, that they think that what they believe is consistent and coherent and true, but they might either be deceived by the devil or by themselves or whatever. But now let's reverse it and reflect those reasons on yourself.
Bingo! Yeah, there it is. Oop, there it is.
There could be a God out there, and you may be deceived in thinking that Christianity is coherent when really maybe it isn't. Or maybe part of the reason why you cannot see the inconsistencies within Christianity is because you as well have lots to lose. With family.
If I genuinely felt that this just wasn't true, then my dad would still watch football with me. I'd still call him and say, F Tony Romo, because he threw an interception, and he'd laugh with me just the same as, we laugh now. I don't know. Johnny knows I'm not afraid to use a curse word. I don't think it's blasphemous towards God. I don't use God's name in vain. But, my family's love never changed for me when I ran from God or when I was seeking God. I just think it's improved because I've learned how to love them better, but their love for me never changed.
But do you?
Can I? Before they go into the next question, this whole idea of a cursing being bad because they put it under the commandment not to use the Lord's name in vain. I don't know what that has to do with fuck, shit, piss, bitch, bastard, all those. Even goddamn. To use God's name in vain, all right? If you go back and look at the context, ladies and gentlemen, because oaths, O-A-T-H, were made under the witness of God. And like they do, they swear on the Bible, they swear by the name of God. So, to speak in God's name in vain is to swear an oath in vain. You're going to use God's name as, to say, yeah, I'm going to do something, but then you go and break that promise. You know you're going to break it. It's all in vain. And politicians do this all the time. You Christians, a lot of you Christian MAGAs, Trump placated you to you, and they used God's name in vain. Epiphany, Christians. That's what it means to use God's name in vain. Either by oath, or you're doing it by, I'm going to kill in the name of, because God says so when he didn't. Whatever be the case. But mostly it's about the oaths. Having a contract with your neighbor. Keeping your word. Because God is watching. Nothing about God damn it or anything like that.
You see what I'm saying, like the broader point that people within a religious belief, a belief system, are the last ones to see the inconsistencies within it.
Oh, I mean,
yeah, because you got a lot to lose.
I can understand where you're coming from with that. I don't know that that's specifically appropriate to me, but I mean, I get.
See that smirk that Doug is going, I don't think that means, because the guy goes, I don't think it means me. Of course not. You never do. You never do think it pertains to you. Because you think you have the truth all wrapped up in nice wrapping paper with a bow.
Concept.
So how could we, let's say Christianity is completely consistent and coherent, but yet we're suspecting that maybe there's something going on within us, that maybe we're deceiving ourselves, or that because of our inherent biases and the culture we were raised in, how would one kind of mitigate all those things to actually figure out whether it's consistent, truly consistent or not? What would you recommend?
Good question. How do we test this? Similar to the question that I bring up, that is, because he's going to go Bible, right? It's going to go Bible. But what methodology can we use to determine that a text, such as the Bible or the Torah, is from a deity? How do we determine this? What methodology can we use? That is my question. Fill in the blank with any religion, any text you want. And it's always going to come down to a matter of faith, feelings, experience. That's the method. And then the question becomes, are those things good things to use to measure truth, or for a plumb line of truth? And we all know how emotions and feelings can be deceiving. So it is not.
Well, I would certainly recommend starting with reading I would start with John, of course. It starts with John. In the beginning, there was the Word, with the Word that was God, and with God was the Word. And so it kind of gives an account for the beginning of human life into Christ.
Aaron, I'm going farther back than that. I'm saying, like, okay, we're now We're truth seekers. So now we're not assuming the Bible's true anymore. We're open to the idea that it's true, but we're also open to the idea that maybe some of it's true and some of it's false. We're truth seekers. So we don't assume that it's true. Completely.
Would you?
And he said he was going to go back before that. Why didn't he do that? That's the only thing. Why not go back before? What? How does one know even before the Bible even came into being, or Jesus? How many thousands, tens of thousands, maybe a couple 100,000 years before Jesus and the Bible even showed up? What were men to do about truth? How would they know what is real? What did they use? You had to wait till the Bible? Talk about a daddy who wants to keep you dependent.
Have you read the book of Isaiah?
Yes.
So here we go. Here's the whack-a-mole starting.
Would you say there's got to be some coincidences or some similarities between the things that are talked about in the book of Isaiah to compare to?
Okay,
what
that's a great point. You're bringing up prophecy, right? So
Yeah.
let's say you and I were on a mission to figure out whether Christianity is really true or not. And so we open up the book of Isaiah chapter 53. And let's say we also open up the book to Daniel chapter 9, verses 24 through 27. And we say, wow, look at this. Here we have hundreds and hundreds of years prior to the event, the prediction of the exact date of Jesus's coming and the piercing of his hands and feet and the casting of lots.
And that he'd be ugly.
And all these things. And I used to believe these prophecies as well. But as I was saying earlier, I started asking the question, well, how do Jews view these verses? Like, it's so clear to me. Why isn't it clear to them? And not only that, why isn't it clear to my fellow Christians who disagree that the 70th week in the 70 weeks prophecy is the post Jesus's arrival? They fight aggressively on this stuff. Why, if this is supposed to be a clear prophecy that we can look at and say, yes, this is true, why is it that so many people, even within their own belief system, disagree about it?
That is interesting. I don't know if you ever listened to Bonson versus R.C. Sproul, where they're arguing evidential apologetics versus presuppositional. And obviously, post-millennialism with Jeff Durbin and Cy get into Calvinism versus, other different views of that. So to be honest with you, as a Christian, it disappoints me to see Christians get upset to the degree where they're almost shaming the belief system in itself by the way they're treating each other. That's something that I regret. And it reminds me also of I can't tell you how many people I've met that have said, I just don't like Christians because I know a guy that went to church on Sunday and he thought he was a better guy than me and he cheated on his wife, and because he's I don't believe Christianity because that guy was an asshole and he thought he was better than me. So when you talk about people arguing over that particular aspect of the Bible with the prophecy of Isaiah, it is unfortunate, I think.
But would you agree with me that would be at least a sign that this prophecy is not as clear as what one may think?
Not even the fight amongst Christians. The Jews, for sure. Any rabbi will tell you, no, that has nothing to do with Messiah.
Not necessarily when it becomes clear to the just simplicity of. To me, the whole story, the story from beginning to end. In fact, or she a theist friend who's not a Christian, asked me this. We were going from the story from Creator to Adam and Eve to deception to wanting to be God to eating off the tree of knowledge to sin being cast in the earth to other people and wanting to be their own God and being their own authority. And so, to me, that story sounds very clear when you get into the hairs of it. With some of the stories like you just mentioned, there certainly could be some disagreements, but to me, the clear obvious parts are. Like, for instance, the Catholic that was on earlier, which it was nice talking with him. I was actually really, to be honest with you, it hurt my heart when I heard him say, you asked him if you should call him a Christian or a Catholic. And when he said, call me a Catholic, it kind of broke my heart a little bit, because while I vehemently disagree with a lot of the Roman Catholic Church teachings, I just wanted to hear him say that he believed Jesus Christ died on the cross, and therefore he's a Christian, and that's who he. So for instance, I can only.
Wait! You forgot about the resurrection. That's the key. Not just that he died on the cross.
Aaron, before we get off of prophecies, like like you asked me earlier if I could acknowledge what you've said, and so I replayed. I told you what you said, and I summarized it to show evidence.
Oh, is he going to ask him to repeat what he said now, out of courtesy? Oh, that would be great. That would be good. Get him to say it.
Sense that I was listening to you. Can you do the same for me with
I
the
knew
prophecies?
it. There it was. There it is. Beautiful.
What was my point with the prophecies?
Beautiful.
About what I did.
It sounded like what you were saying was there was and by the way, that was a respectful way of kind of being a jerk to me, but you did good.
He got it though, but yeah. Not being a jerk, you're like, hey, are you willing to give the same consideration? That's all. That's all. Are we on common ground? Understanding. Ultimately, he can't agree to that. Ultimately, because worldview, when it comes down to that. And why call him a jerk? He's just, right? Isn't he just walking accordingly to his worldview no matter what? Because it's not your worldview. So, of course, anyone is going to act like a jerk. But very good tact. Very good.
Passive aggressive, right?
Passive aggressive.
Was so based on I was using prophecies.
Something I would do. Yeah. Link is pinned. I hope somebody comes in. I'm on overtime now. We're going into overtime, and you're lucky because I'm watching PineCreek and I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna need a drink though. Yeah, I got a little bit left here.
As to a reason why I believe in God, and you were suggesting that there were even Christians that still had arguments about the prophecy in itself, and so you were wondering what would you say as maybe even a believer or an outsider when you're reviewing it at that point, and I can understand that, and I think it's a decent point. I think I made a long sentence of saying that I don't think that we have to agree on everything. I think the fact that you can see solidarity within a main core of prophecies is enough for me as it is.
So,
if that makes sense.
And I went a little further than that, and I even mentioned, how do the Jews view these prophecies?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
But here's the thing. I don't think you believe what you believe because of the prophecies. I think you believe what you believe based on the very first part of our conversation. But that being said, if we're looking at prophecies and you're looking at, let's say, Isaiah 53 or Daniel 9, most people say Daniel 9 is the best one. So if we were to take the very best prophecy that most Christians would say is, hey, this is amazing, and we now pick it apart and analyze it, critique it, and you ask yourself, how does the Jew view this prophecy? How does the atheistic historian who spent their whole life studying this stuff, view this prophecy? And then how do various Christians view it? And I tell you, they all have different answers, which tells me that, number one, the prophecy is not clear. And number two, that there is an explanation for these prophecies out there that do not involve a supernatural explanation. So then we are left with the what's more likely question, that there is a supernatural prophecy for 100 years prior, or that the second half of the book of Daniel was written in 160 BC instead of 580 BC that most apologists say. And I don't want to get into the minutia of it. I just bring that up to make a point.
4 minutes.
Okay, well, I understand what you're saying, but I mean, it would also be like, to me, it would be like putting a woman in front of three different guys and asking them what they thought about her, right? You're going to get three very different opinions, right?
Yes.
So, of course, you know, C.S. Lewis writes, you know, the one thing we cannot screw up here, either Jesus Christ was a maniac, egotistical idiot, or he was the Son of God. He was not a man of God.
Oh, this guy's using the whole liar, lunatic, or Lord argument from C.S. Lewis. All right. Liar, Jesus is either a liar, lying about everything, just get attention, just like any other false messiah out there, or a magician, or he's just damn crazy lunatic, or he was actually Lord, says C.S. Lewis. But there is a fourth option. And it's legend, story, a myth.
As a prophet, claiming to be the Son of God, there to save sinners, casting out spirits and rising from the dead. There's no way he could do that in God's name without being who he said he was. If he wasn't who he said he was, then he's essentially equivalent to the devil.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, and you know what? I love C.S. Lewis for saying that. And for those of you who are not familiar, what Aaron's talking about is the trilemma argument, where Jesus is either a liar, or a lunatic, or a Lord. But Aaron, I'm going to ask you this question.
Sure.
Maybe there's a fourth option.
All
right, I'll be interested to hear.
What if Jesus never even made the claim to begin with that he was God?
Well, so what you're suggesting that possibly all the different gospels that were written in different areas of the Middle Eastern world at the time all made up the same lie at the same time, or maybe the Roman Catholic Church manipulated it?
What if it's a screenplay, a passion narrative? What if some of it's actually historical, but maybe some of it isn't? What if it was a screenplay based on a real character, but was legendized later on, decades after?
That is much more likely. Right? The stories got embellished over time. Mark being the earliest gospel, then Matthew and Luke. And in none of those three, the synoptic gospels, Jesus never claims to be God. Jesus' godhood doesn't come till John, which is written 60, maybe 70 years after the presumed life and death of Jesus.
Well, do you, if you don't mind me asking, are you possibly, because a lot of times when I talk to atheists, they'll try to use the Greek mythology comparison. They'll say, well, how do you know Zeus isn't God? How do you know, are you suggesting possibly this guy's kind of, in a sense, a fictional figure?
No, I'm not suggesting that. I like I said, it could be a real guy that was legendized later. What if there is a guy coming out of the Essene movement? And the Essene movement, for those who don't know, is basically an apocalyptic movement, that the end is drawing nigh. And they were very aesthetic as well, giving to the poor. What if it was based on a guy from the Essene movement that walked around Jerusalem and people noticed this guy and he was very charismatic and people loved him? But then he started causing problems within the government and the commotions and so forth. What exactly happened, I don't know. But what
That's right. Well, it's just a story, an embellished story of a character, a man, an Essene priest. Essene. I believe it's spelled E-S-E-N-E or E-S-S-E-N-E. Happy 420. Let's do a song, shall we? Give a chance for some peeps to come on in. Oh, here we go. Haven't played this one in a while, and this is appropriate.
I'm screaming through the silence. Where's the light you swore to bring? The weight of empty promises, they're crushing everything. I've been bleeding in the shadows, reaching for your hand, but the echoes of my prayers just dissolve into the sand. I gave it all, I tore my soul, but where's the fire to make me whole? I'm lost in doubt, I'm breaking free. Tell me now what's left for me. Jesus, what have you done for me lately? I'm falling, crawling, drowning in this maybe. You said you'd save me, but I'm still waiting. Jesus, what have you done for me lately? The scars are screaming louder than the hope I used to know. Every step's a battle, and your silence starts to grow. I'm staring at the heavens, but the skies don't seem to care. If you're listening, why does it feel like I'm alone out there? I gave it all, I tore my soul, but where's the fire to make me whole? I'm lost in doubt, I'm breaking free. Tell me now what's left for me. Jesus, what have you done for me lately? I'm falling, crawling, drowning in this maybe. You said you'd save me, but I'm still waiting. Jesus, what have you done for me lately? I'm burning in the questions, tearing at the seams. Did I lose you in the chaos, or was it all a dream? Your name's a fading whisper, slipping through my veins, but I'm still fighting through the ashes of this pain. Why does it feel so cold? So cold. Where's the truth you told? You told. I'm screaming, I'm breaking, I'm begging to sing. Jesus, what have you done for me? Jesus, what have you done for me lately? I'm falling, crawling, drowning in this maybe. You said you'd save me, but I'm still waiting. Jesus, what have you done for me lately? I'm fading, I'm breaking. Jesus, what have you done for me lately? Still waiting, still waiting.
Happy 420. And I want to take this opportunity, since we're running down the end of the month. And so we had good news earlier in the month. But I want to just thank, here we go, thanks to our monthly members and recent supporters. Sammy, Green Soul, Sandy, Matt Pig, and Housey. Thank you. Because of you, we shall move forward and keep going. Keep the show going. Oh, yeah. If you would have done, if you did power washing all outside and those fucking things would have came out. You got to get them at night. You know that. All right, back to the whack-a-mole. We got 10 minutes left. All right. And yeah. It's up to you to keep the show going, at this point. Come on now. Come on. I'm at it here hour and 40 minutes.
What if that narrative that we read as historical events, and we just take it as historical, what if that's not true? So when C.S. Lewis says he's either a liar, lunatic, or Lord, why don't we add the word legend to that?
There you go.
So, and then we have to ask ourselves the what's more likely question. What is more likely, that this person named Jesus actually did rise from the dead, or that a book just says he did?
Okay, so I mean, when I think about somebody,
That's right. That's right. What is more likely, Aaron? What is more likely? That's what it comes down to. Probability. I mean, have you seen anybody rise from the dead as of late in the last 2,000 years, Christians? Have you seen anyone pray anyone to rise from the dead? Why would you believe that this person, Jesus, rose from the dead? Especially if you want to accept now, like if there was a claim out there now, even if you had some videos on, you would say, oh, it was AI, it was edited, blah, blah, blah. This couldn't be, right? I mean, that's what the atheist would say. That'd be the skeptic. But if there was a claim from another religion, someone rising from the dead, and they gave you video, you wouldn't believe it. You would doubt it. You would say it was either AI or the devil. So what's more likely?
and by the way,
And he's going to do the humana.
that's a good point. That's well spoken, and like I said, I really am enjoying speaking with you. The idea of somebody rising from the dead to me sounds no more crazy than the fact that we exist in the first place. So the idea of somebody rising from the dead to me is not problematic. It doesn't sound crazy. It doesn't bother me at all. So it doesn't bother. Somebody rising from the dead doesn't strike me as something.
He equates rising from the dead with just the mere fact of being alive, because he considers life to be a miracle. And in some ways, yeah, it is. It's kind of, it's like, it's awe-inspiring to me. It's pretty wild. Just me. Right? Pretty wild that you're alive, having this experience, that you're thinking, your conscious. It's pretty man. But people born every day. We got billions of us. I don't see that happening with resurrections, Aaron. You can't equate the two.
I'm very bothersome when I think of the miracles of life in the first place.
Okay, Aaron, I'm going to have to call you out on this one.
That's right. Call him out.
I have a neighbor just west of me. He was dead for like 37 days in the month of September.
As he goes.
And partially October. And he rose from the dead. Do you believe me?
There you go.
If I have reason to believe it, I would.
I don't believe you.
You shouldn't believe me, Aaron. You should not believe that. we should question it. We should.
Sure. Well, an empty tomb, no bones, and 4 different people writing in the gospel.
He knows he wouldn't believe him. He's like, if I have a good reason to believe you, well, why wouldn't you believe him? Because you just said a moment ago that you equate just actually being alive with someone rising from the dead. They're like on equal plane. They're equal miraculous or God or whatever. It's the whack-a-mole.
Being prophesied in the past, that would be a lot different than just a person I've never met making a claim about his neighbor that I don't know anything about. I mean, I think you could understand the difference there.
Yeah, I do understand it, but again, and I'm trying to say this in a way that will resonate, and I know it never does. So, but I'm going to try anyhow.
All right. No, you might convert me to atheism right now. Go for it.
There might not have even been a tomb.
Right.
Well,
there might not have been a tomb. Exactly. Why is that the case? Because crucifixions, one, the body stayed up there. All right? The bodies were up on that cross till the vultures came. And then they threw those bones, or whatever was left of that body, into a mass grave. That is the likelihood of what happened to somebody crucified by the Romans.
Well, so if we get back to C.S. Lewis, we'll put it this way too. I don't believe in Christ, or excuse me, I believe in Christ as I believe in the risen Son, not because I see it, but because of it, I can see everything else. And through the lens of thoughts being captive to Christ, I've learned to love, I've learned to understand, and I've learned to make sense of origin, meaning, morality, and destiny. And I've been able to make sense of why I love, why I care, why it makes sense for people to treat people a certain way. And it's just, I don't know if you've read Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis. It's just a simple way of the way he talks, where he went.
And then the answer to that, because all this guy, he can't give his own answers. He's going to give C.S. Lewis answers and quote from him. But my response to what he is saying is, what of the people of all the other religions can do the same thing? For them, for their reason to love and care and have family and community is because of their Hinduism or their Baha'ism or their Jainism. Outside test of faith.
Went from atheism to theism to Christian theism. And I don't worship C.S. Lewis by any means, but I have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Sometimes I go to bed and I don't pray.
Here we go. I got a personal relationship with Jesus. Playing a little bit more whack-a-mole. He's trying to get away from the idea of Jesus being a legend. So, Aaron, you have a personal relationship with Jesus. What is Jesus' favorite color? Does Jesus have a typical does he have a liking to a certain type of music? What's his favorite genre? Does he have a favorite artist? You have a personal relationship with Jesus. Do you have his phone number?
Sometimes I just go lay down and I throw on something stupid on my YouTube. Maybe.
Oh, really? Or perhaps, never mind.
Even the Howard Stern show, it might be a Trump insult compilation just because
A Howard Stern show? He's listening to Howard Stern? How would Jesus feel about that?
been laughing at those recently.
Roll
And,
videos from my channel, of course. Your favorite content.
Yeah. I just watched nothing but replays of Johnny saying mean things to me, and but my point is that, and then there's sometimes I lay down and I know I feel there's an intuitive pull on in what I would say my heart, my spirit that says, Aaron, I need to talk to you.
So there it is. It's a feeling, intuitive. And that's okay. And just say that. It's faith. You don't really have any proof or any evidence to show that this particular God exists. The only proof and evidence you have is a book or a collection of books, shall we say, and your feelings and experiences. And since you are brought up in a culture of said religion, you get constant reinforcement of that belief, whether it's true or not.
God says, I want to talk to you. I lay down and sometimes I try to fight it. I'm like, you know what? I'm not really in the mood to pray. I'm going to go to bed. And I'll lay down there and I'll be like,
hey, God, I'm not in the mood to talk to you. Hey.
And it's hit me. It's hit me in my head. And I'll say, okay, Lord. So then you follow, not that you don't have to follow Lord's Prayer, but you give thanks. Thanks for my niece. Thanks for my nephew. Thanks for my brother. Thanks for my job.
Blah, blah, blah. It's going to go on and on and on. Here we go. We're not answering the question of how do we know it's just a story. And for him, it's because of feelings. Feelings. Nothing more than feelings.
Thanks for my apartment. Thanks for my car. Thanks for friends like Johnny and you to even talk to me where I can share the love that I get to experience with him daily. Thanks for the fact that my parents know you, that my cousins and my aunts and my grandparents, that I still have, my nieces and nephews that are still, they're being taught the Bible right off. And just thank you, Lord, for that. Thank you for my food. And I love you. And I just ask for your blessings. And no matter what, if I'm on
8675309 8675309 Jesus, this who can I turn to? I'm going almost 2 hours here. Solo, where the fuck is everybody today? Am I too early?
Under a bridge and I can't eat and I'm dying, I still will love you because I know you're there. I just know he exists. I mean, it's like,
I thank you for the food, but Jesus, about my brother on the other side of the planet. He's starving. He believes in you. He can't thank you for food. You know why he can't thank you for food? Because he doesn't have any. Can you let it rain down manna? Rain down the manna of heaven. Is anybody really starving these days? I think we have more than enough food for everybody. There really is no reason for anybody to be starving now. There is no reason for nobody to have a roof over their head. There is none. No reason. No fucking reason.
like Socrates says, or maybe it was Aristotle, says, I think, therefore I know. What is it?
That's right.
Hey, Aaron.
Here we go.
I want to make an observation that I want to share with you that I've experienced firsthand for the last year when I'm talking to theists. That when the conversation that we've had, what ends up happening, and I think you'll agree with me when I say this.
Here it comes.
We started from a personal experience years ago when you first became a believer. Then we started talking about some other things, about worldviews and incoherencies. And then we moved to prophecies. And then we moved to evidence from the Bible. And C.S. Lewis talking about
whack-a-mole. Whack-a-mole.
And now we're moving back to personal experience.
Yep.
And what I'm just saying this as an observation that what's happening now is you believe because you believe. And this
is the whack-a-mole, right? Whack-a-mole. That's what happens, and that's what happens with most of these conversations. Maybe Doug just got tired of playing whack-a-mole. Tired of playing the same game at the carnival. Maybe that's what it was. And then I can see it because I've been there. You get tired. Same game, same thing. Even life can get like that. So routine.
All these reasons are popping up, and I'm playing whack-a-mole with you, and it's like every time I whack a reason down, you pop up a new one. And and I'm going to say this as gently as I can, but a bunch of bad reasons doesn't make one good one.
A bunch of bad reasons to believe doesn't make a good one. It's like two wrongs don't make a right.
Are you waiting for me to respond?
No, not necessarily. And I do have to go soon, and I'll gladly give you the last word. But this, I just want you to let you know that this is where I'm coming from. That when I hear what I hear, not just from you, but from people in other belief systems,
it's true.
This is what ends up happening.
Yep.
And so, if we are truth seekers, if we really want to try to get as close as we can to this thing called truth, I think the first step is to see this within ourselves, what we're doing. And so that's why I'm saying what I'm saying to you.
Okay.
Yep. I've been on the other side of that, man. Those who know me, I was a Christian 30 years. Thought I had all the answers. Brought up C.S. Lewis and other people, teachers, whatever. I was more of like into the hippie Jesus, But then you're asked the questions. And if you are interested in the truth, and hey, that's been the motto of the channel, that if you value truth, you have to be open up to the idea or the possibility that you don't have it or that you are wrong. But I have Jesus, and Jesus says he's the way and the truth. So I have the truth because I have Jesus. And how do you know that?
My last word, and then we'll let you guys go.
Sure.
I don't think it's at all a thwart or obstacle against truth to have multiple reasons why you believe. You mentioned we go to prophecy, we go to belief, we go to evidence, we go to, but of course, as a presuppositionalist, we haven't really talked much about it at all. But of course, I believe even the idea of questioning this whole thing, this whole subject, means that there's something weighing on us to even have that thought in the first place, because we can't make sense of that thought without something, right? You can't make sense of a brick, or how about nothing, right? So nothing became somehow a brick, and a brick somehow is thinking about if there's a God or not. So that in itself should be very frightening. And I think that's why atheists like yourself and Johnny like talking about this, because I have to imagine you feel pretty unfulfilled with trying to say that you can't believe in anything immaterial outside of yourself that's intelligent when you have thoughts that are.
Oh, today is Bond's last day in his 30s. So tomorrow's your birthday, June 30th? Happy birthday, Bond. You are a fellow Cancerian, right? So happy birthday, fellow Cancerian. I don't know if they have a birthday song with the word Bond in it. Unless you care to tell us your real name, and I would be happy to put up a birthday song. No. Guess what? There is one. There is one. There we go. 40. You hit the big 40. You're gonna start having some major life changes, epiphanies. That's when they start happening. Yep. All right. Happy birthday, Bond!
Hey, Bond, this is your happy birthday song.
Happy birthday to Bond. Happy birthday to Bond. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Bond. 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 Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Bond. Happy birthday to Bond.
Send birthday songs to your friends.
Happy
Yeah,
birthday!
Yeah, friends.
Well, happy birthday, Bond. Enjoy. My birthday's Sunday. So there you go. Yeah. All right, so let's give Aaron the last word in this game of whack-a-mole. And looks like we had no takers today, so that's okay. So we'll let's give him the last word, and then we'll end it here.
I'm material and intelligent, and you can't explain where they came from. I mean, that's got to be a haunting task. C.S. Lewis talks about it. What could be more haunting than a mortal person haunted at once by the same one that haunts him when he thinks and challenges him? And so, I don't think that it's inappropriate or amateurish or sophomoric of me to try to reference different reasons why I believe in God. So when I think about origin, meaning, morality, destiny, when I think about the historicity of Jesus Christ, when I think about the authenticity of the Bible, when I think about my personal relationship with Him, when I think about the fulfilled prophecies, and then I know when I go to bed at night, and when I tell people, I got to tell you, and I'll make this 30 seconds. I'll let you guys go.
Sure.
I can't tell you how many people that I've just shared what I've shared with you that have said, "Wow, I feel like God led me to talk to you." Not necessarily they become a Christian by talking to me, but they feel some good in it. They feel like they're being talked to by somebody that's not appreciating the material world, right? Now, I don't give a shit how much money you got. I don't care what kind of car you drive. I don't care what job you work. I love you as an image bearer of God. And it's been fulfilling to me and amazing at the same time to see people really appreciate that and say, I need more people like that in my life. Just to love them for who they are. And so I'll let you go on saying that I don't find it awkward at all to have multiple reasons for believing in God. But I know, A, I have a relationship with Him. B, I can't explain anything without Him. And C, everything that I have to me material-wise that I have to put together, 2 + 2 + 2 + 2, all makes sense and adds up. Like you said, could it possibly be a lie? Well, then the other 4 things would have to be incoherent either as well. So that's where I'm at. And Doug, you've been such a great guy. I hope Johnny will make sure we can exchange info. I'd love to see what you do, the work you do on James White and Jeff Berman. I'd love to stay, part of your life.
Yeah, whatever you guys do, don't go to the PineCreek YouTube channel. Don't go there.
And don't subscribe, or
because you won't like me anymore. Because I come down pretty hard on
Reverse
James White.
psychology there, huh? There you go. Well, that was fun. I was hoping a couple of peeps would have came in, we could have watched it together, but I guess not. They were either busy or I don't know.
Could it be Satan?
Verily, the force within thee is strong. Heed it and conquer all.
And it's gone. Poof.